Hi, I'm Scott. I am your Math 115 professor, and I'm giving you this video to welcome you to Math 115 Co-Rec this term. I'm letting you know that I will not be in class on Monday. I'm running a 100-mile race this weekend, and will be traveling back on Monday, but will not be back in time for class. That does not mean you are completely off the hook. So this video is going to kind of guide you through what the first day might look like in terms of navigating the system, going through some important things on the syllabus, and what your expectations are. Um, you should be receiving an email through Canvas about expectations. My hope is that you'll do this getting to know you activity, familiarize yourself with My Open Math, and if you want to show up and get to know some of your classmates, there's an extra credit assignment, and if you don't make it, there's no punishment for not making it to the first day of class, since I also won't be there. So I'm going to take you through Canvas real quick. There's not much on Canvas. So I'll click this view as a student. This is what it's going to look like to you. Note, if you're in section 11, your Canvas page will look the exact same. There's not much on our Canvas page. We use My Open Math, which is a third party, it's a free website. Um, but this is kind of like a home base pointing you to My Open Math. So there should be an image here. Here's my office hours. Here's my email, where my office is, and a Zoom link. Just a note, the class is not hybrid. You are not allowed to use the Zoom link, but if you need to, you can. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. It basically, when I'm taking attendance, if you attend on Zoom, doesn't count as being there, but if you are sick and really can't make it, there is that option. Mostly I do Zoom to record all of my classes and upload all of my notes. So if you ever miss class, you'll still be able to either attend through the Zoom link or watch the recordings afterwards. The only other thing on here, there will be announcements. Right now, there's none, but is your syllabus. I'm going to navigate it through My Open Math. There's some information on getting into My Open Math through here, but the link, My Open Math is here. And then the information for registering to the class is on that syllabus and will be in the message that I email you all. So here is My Open Math. Again, I'll click on the student view. Um, you'll register. This is what your class should say. Doesn't matter which section you're in. The start here, the video that I will show you on Tuesday, so don't feel free to not worry about that right now. The Zoom link for your class, they are both provided here, depending on what section you're in, including the time. And then your syllabus and syllabus quiz are right here. So syllabus quiz is due on Thursday. I'm going to go through the syllabus quickly, kind of the important things that you'll want to know, but you should read through this syllabus. This is kind of what your task is on this first day when we are not actually meeting. And then I'll go over the expectations for those, like for that rest of that day. My student hours are here. There's the course description and learning outcomes, career competencies. Some of these things have questions on the syllabus quiz. So again, make sure you're reading through all of them. We have a free online text. That's why we use My Open Math. If you want, you can get a copy of it, but you'll see it. It's all on My Open Math. Here's that course ID and enrollment key to register for this specific version. When you register, it should say Math 115 Fall 2025 Scott at the top. So something to note, there's kind of three sections or three graded types of assignments. One is online homework, 20% of your grade. You essentially have unlimited attempts at those homework. You get, I think, 5 tries, 4 or 5 tries. After that, if you're still wrong, you can click get a similar version and it'll give you a new version of that question with new numbers, but you have 99 of those, so that's like 500 attempts. You should never get anywhere close to 500 attempts before you message your instructor or seek some other help. There will sometimes be videos and other hints. Please try to do the problems before you click on those, because they will sometimes just walk you through the solution and students will think they understand when really you need to be able to go through the steps on your own without someone telling you how to do it in each instance. Calculator. Everyone should have a calculator. You can check one out at the Missoula College Library for free. Generally, I use a TI-36X. That's the one you can check out from the library, or an 8384, again, Texas Instrument. If you have a different calculator, just let me know, and we'll just have to figure out how to use, how to get it to do certain features. The class demonstrations I will use will be the 84 and 83 or 36. The other part of your grade will be these lab activities. These are essentially turn-in homework. I'll be given out in class with some time to work on them, due a couple days later. Your And this is where you show your understanding. So the online homework, there's no work to be shown. It's just skills practice. The lab activities, this turn-in homework, this is really where you're getting the feedback. To me, these are kind of the most important um, assignments, because you're communicating in math, and then I am giving you feedback on how you've communicated in math. And then you have three tests. There's no cumulative final. The first two tests are all probability, and the third test is all linear math. You'll notice that each of the exams is worth the same as the online homework and that turn-in homework, right? 20% for kind of everything. You can reassess on the first two exams if you need. We'll talk more about that as we get there. Lab activities, they don't do any makeups. I'll accept late work to the end of the day. After that, you get a 0 on that assignment. And if you miss an exam and you don't contact me within 24 hours, then you will get a 0. Generally, if you communicate with me about missing assignments, I tend to be really lenient. You just gotta keep in contact with me. One thing I forgot to mention is late passes on your online homework. Everyone gets 5 late passes. I generally don't mind if you miss a deadline for the online homework, and I would always grant extensions. So this just kind of lets you be in charge of your own extensions. It'll give you an extra 48 hours for the assignment, but it is only available for online homework only. So if you see an assignment's past the due date, there'll be a button that says use late pass. It will open the assignment back up, no deduction. If you need more than 5 late passes, we might be needing another conversation. Let's see. Grading, pretty typical. The cutoff. Oh, I need to update this. Sorry. I copy and pasted an old thing. The C minus. You'll get a C minus if you get a 65 to a C. You'll see that on your syllabus. It'll be updated, but it's incorrect in this video right now. I don't do makeups, but I drop a low score. I need to update that. Yikes. Information about the add drop policy incompletes artificial intelligence. So a note on AI. You are allowed to use AI to help you. It's a great free tutoring resource, essentially. But if AI is doing your work for you, whether that's online homework or turn-in assignments, that is considered academic dishonesty. So please, if you have questions about how to use AI appropriately, let me know. It's, in the same way that you could have a tutor do your homework for you, it means you're not learning the material. So it's great to have a resource, but if it is getting in the way of your learning because it's doing the work for you, then the tool is not being utilized appropriately. So there's additional dates, ODE things. Check your student email daily. Attendance is required. It's not a part of your grade, but the students that don't pass this class are the students that stop showing up. I would say just about everybody that has regular attendance throughout the term continues to do their homework, they pass. And that's my goal for every one of you. Of course, life stuff happens, but I want you to know that if you can make it to class regularly and you can do the work, there's a good chance that you're going to pass, right? Seek out help. Don't let yourself fail. Like stay aware of where you're at, but we'll get you through this math class. Turn in assignments, everything is due at the beginning of class. So if you're going to be late and you turn it in at the end of class, it will be marked late. That's because I don't want students to skip class to try and complete an assignment and turn it in at the end of the day. I want your assignment done and submitted right when you arrive to class. Anything after that loses that 10%. We're going to do work in groups. So be ready for that. If that's something that gives you anxiety or you really can't do, let me know on the intro activity and we can try and figure out something that'll work for you. Additional resources, information about tutoring is all found on here. Again, please read all of this information. And then here is the information about accessing My Open Math. This will be copy and pasted onto your welcome email as well. And then a tentative schedule. It's not set in stone. I have all of my finals for all of my sections here. Since you'll all be doing the same one, it doesn't matter which final you show up to in my mind, but um, you can look at them based on the dates here. So the only other thing that I want to note, and this will be in your email, I've typed this on a Word document for right now, is a getting to know you activity. I want everyone to complete this. Please bring this on Tuesday. If you make it to class on Monday for the extra credit, great. Still bring this. If you don't, that's fine. Just bring it on Tuesday. So this is for me to get to know you a little bit. So I want you to write on a half sheet of paper or a full sheet of paper your name. So your first and last name, what you go by, or what are you going to write on your assignments? How am I going to refer to you? And also, what does it look like on the roster? Include your pronouns if you would like to, um, and pronunciation as necessary. I'm pretty good at mispronouncing names unintentionally, but so this is an opportunity to try and help me out. Number two, your academic interests, whatever that happens to be. There's a number of reasons why you might be in this class. You might be undecided. That's fine. But if you have something, why are you in school right now? That's what I want to know. Number three, your math story. Um, what's your journey with math? There's all sorts of things that people say, but I want to know, how did you get here? What's your experience with math? Positive, negative? When did you stop liking it? What things did you like, etc. Tell me about it. Number four, your favorite part of math. Some students want to say nothing. I don't believe you. So much more is encapsulated by the term math and what you think of, right? Computer programming, anything that's problem solving. If you've ever played like a Zelda game and you have to do a certain order of things, that's problem solving. If you're painting a picture and you're like, well, I first have to paint the background and then I do layers on top of it, or different color schemes. I'm going from light to dark. This is mathematical thinking. It's process. So if you just say nothing, I'm gonna be disappointed because there's something that your brain is wired to do math, and there's something that you enjoy. I promise that. Your least favorite part of math, that's more self-explanatory, maybe an easier question to answer. Number six, something you could teach the class or that you're passionate about. Doesn't have to be math, doesn't have to be academic at all. It could just be like, oh, I'm really good at crocheting or baking bread. Um, I just want to know, what do you like, right? Most of us would probably not say we do math in our free time, but what do you do in your free time? What do you love to do? Number seven, a fun fact about yourself, or really just anything that might help me remember who you are. Right? I'm trying to get to know you as well, so it doesn't have to be like a quote fun fact, but just something to help me remember you, some mnemonic or something. Number eight, anything that you want me to know. So if you're somebody that really hates working in group because of social anxiety, or you sometimes might be late because you have to drop your kids off at daycare, just things that you want to be able to communicate to me. This is a great opportunity to do it. Please bring that on Tuesday, regardless of whether you show up on Monday or not. If you show up on Monday, you will get an extra credit point on your syllabus quiz, and I want you to complete this in groups of 3 to 4. I don't know who all's going to show up, but if you can get into groups of 3 or 4, 5 is fine. However it shakes out. But just be talking to your classmates. I want to build a community, and it's harder to do when I'm not there, but that's why this is extra credit. So first thing, introduce yourselves. If you've brought your get to know you card, kind of go through it, see what you might have in common with your classmates, or what unique aspects you have, which is actually the first couple questions. The first one is, what's something you all share in common? And saying we're in Math 115 or we attend UM, we can do better than that. Students have done that, but I think I want you to go a little deeper. What's something that builds community? What's something that really connects you all? Number three, what's unique to each of you, right? What's something that is special to you? Did you grow up in a small town? Are you from out of state? Do you do a specific sport? Do you have kids and no one else has kids? Something like that. And then finally, the main part. This is a kind of an introduction to what we're doing. We're going to start with set theory. And so what I want you to do is, as a group, uh, I want you to take all of the letters of the alphabet, the 26 letters, and break them into groups. Some of the groups are going to overlap. Some of the groups are going to be, letters will fall only into one. I want you to kind of organize all the letters and see where do they fall within these groups. So first is vowels and consonants. Note these are, they have no overlap, no vowels except for Y, but I want you to put Y as a vowel. Goes in both the vowels and consonants. We call these complementary events or mutually exclusive. And then also letters that rhyme with tree, for example, B, and then letters that don't rhyme with tree, for example, A. So I want you to organize those groups. Put your names on that piece of paper, have somebody bring it on Tuesday, and if you have a completed document, you'll all get an extra credit point on your syllabus quiz. Please let me know if you have any questions. I think that's everything I have to say for now. Thanks for watching this video. I can't wait to see you all on Tuesday. I will probably be in not great shape, but math is fun and revitalizing to me. So see you all in a few days. Have a great weekend and see you soon.